Hey guys. Hi. Happy Monday. First off, who is joining me in cooking tonight? I know it was kind of like a last minute decision to see if anybody wanted to cook. Hi. Who wanted to cook with me, and I literally just stopped by the store and it was like, oh, it'd be kind of fun to let you guys know, hi, that I'll be cooking on live because I try to do it, hey, I try to do it about once a week and cook with you guys, but I feel like it would be kind of fun to cook along because I know you guys have asked for that. So if there's something that's on my blog or something else that you want me to cook on live that will be an easy one to cook and everybody can follow along, hey guys, let me know. And if you are joining me and cooking with me, let me know. For those of you who are just watching, let me know where you guys are watching from. I actually like changed the direction. I usually stand over there on the big island, but I felt like I'm just gonna try a new angle and see how it goes so you guys can see me cooking there too. So let me know where you guys are joining in from and what you're doing for dinner. I know it's a little bit early at 4:30. I never cook dinner at 4:30, but I have a women's like church event tonight. So I figured, oh, thank you. And you guys can see like the other part of my kitchen. Yeah, so let me know where you guys are joining in from and what you're doing for dinner or what you already did for dinner if you're on the East Coast or another country, and then kind of watch along and see what I'm doing. Tonight I'm making kind of like I'm making a stir fry because, what inspired me, it's funny because a lot of people ask me like, how do I get inspired from food and everything? So I was at Fred Meyer shopping. Okay, my eyelashes driving me crazy. Loose one. Lazy lasagna. Oh my gosh, have you tried my lasagna soup from the blog? It's really good. It's basically all the lasagna ingredients turned into kind of a tomato soup, like the lasagna broken up and everything. Ooh, I should make that. It's really good, super easy. Creamy chicken gnocchi with, of course, yay. Tonight I'm drinking just a glass or two, like very small amount of wine. But I opened a bottle of my friend's wine by Suzer. They're one of my favorites. They're really good friends of mine. Unfortunately, they are sold out. I literally just bought like the last 6 bottles, but I cannot wait until next year. I bought 2 cases and I probably have like a case left. Okay, I'm gonna show you what I have. Let me see, I gotta grab some garlic. All right, so here are the ingredients. Yay. That sounds really good. Okay, so this is what I was inspired by. I walked into the store. I always go to the veggie aisle and I kind of look at what there was happening. I never buy white mushrooms, but I saw these. They were on sale for $2.49, and this inspired this whole dish. I was thinking I want something easy, something quick, something healthy. Then I saw the cauliflower pearls. I bought 2 bags of that. I got some broccoli, so it's gonna be more veggie heavy and meat. Well, I mean, okay, it's literally veggies and meat. And then I forgot that I had some carrots at home that were already sliced. So I'm gonna cook those up too. I have some lime, I have some garlic, and then I have some of this beef chuck roast. I mean, this whole piece is 16 bucks, not bad. I threw it in a freezer for a little bit because it'll be easier to cut really thin slices. If I was doing this in advance, I would have wanted to be even more colder, but hey, better than nothing. And I thought I had some coconut aminos, but I guess I ran out. So I'm just gonna be using some light sodium soy sauce And I guess I was out of sesame seeds, so I'm just gonna do the everything but the bagel seasoning as like my finishing touch. So yeah, here are simple ingredients. And you could totally make this with chicken, with pork, with shrimp, like whatever meat, but like, or just keep it vegetarian. Totally up to you. So this is Whole30 approved, except you would have used coconut aminos, not soy sauce. So I'm gonna cut my meat first because I want it to still be nice and cold. I got a plastic. Put this down. And when you're cutting meat, you want your knife to be very sharp. I just sharpened my knife, so it's nice and sharp. And because I'm cutting this like super, super thin, I'm gonna take this out of the package. And you could totally use like ribeye steak, you can use sirloin, like whatever steak you prefer. This was just a lot cheaper than using a more expensive cut. So I just figured, let's do it. So, I mean, I would say this cost me maybe 25 bucks, and this is definitely gonna feed about 6 people. So that's not bad for dinner for 6. And I wanted a little bit more meat because I wanted to have leftovers for tomorrow for breakfast. Have like steak and eggs kind of situation. So I'm gonna, let's see, cut this in half. And then literally just going to start slicing as thin as possible. So, I mean, as thin as possible. Because, and like I said in the beginning, that if you were doing this in advance, and if I kind of thought about this in advance, what I was making, I would have put this meat in a freezer probably this morning because it's easier to cut really thin strips when it's frozen than when it's fresh. For those of you just joining in, I would love to hear if you're joining in, where you're joining in from. And then if you're cooking along, I know only probably a few people might be cooking along because it was kind of a last minute thing. Oh, and then how I'm cutting it. So instead of cutting it this way, I'm actually cutting it against the grain. So that way it'll be more tender. So I'm just gonna cut all my meat first. And I might actually just add some toom, which is a garlic sauce, and let it hang out in toom in a bowl while I'm prepping the veggies. Hey guys, yeah, let me know where you guys are joining in from, what you're doing for dinner, what did you do for dinner already. I might cut out some of this fat parts and I'll cook it up and I can give it to Maddie to enjoy. Ooh, I'm hot. I'm gonna open the windows. Oh my gosh. Whew, open the window a little bit. A little hot. Okay, I'm gonna leave some of the fat on and then some of it is gonna come off, so we'll see what I get to. Let's see. Cut around this. And it's totally fine, like if some pieces are already smaller or something. Oh, nice. Pizza's always good. So yeah, we're kind of aiming for as thin as possible pieces. And I think, let me see if I have any cornstarch, but if I was doing this as like Whole30, I think you use like some sort of, the replacement for cornstarch. I would have to, I forget what the replacement was. Like maybe potato starch or something like that. So you could add this in. Ooh, yum. Hi. Okay, this little piece, this little guy, let's see if I can do this and not cut myself. Sharp knife definitely is something you need for this. You could probably ask your butcher at the grocery store to do this for you because they have a slicer. So you could get a chuck roast, which is a cheaper cut than getting steak, which, I mean, you could totally do steak too, but I was just trying to be financially savvy with this meal. So, trying to cut around the fat because that's a big piece. And I could totally take this fat and like put it in my freezer, and when I'm cooking some sort of stew or something, cut it up to get like nice fat rendered from it. So I totally would do that. Put it in a Ziploc. Let's see, easy dinner tonight, naan, toom, garlic, cheese, and Emerson roasted marinade. Oh my gosh, those marinated peppers from Diane are bomb.com. Okay, I'm gonna cut this into quarters. Let's see. So see how the grain goes this way? You wanna cut that way instead of cutting it like this. So whenever you see the grain, you want it to go up and down instead of side to side. Oh, I'm not a lefty. It's reverse because you guys are looking at me from front facing camera. But no, I don't know. My stepson's a lefty. So, I don't know if I could imagine, I don't even know. Like, if I ever broke my right hand, which knock on wood, I've never broken anything in my life, maybe like a toe or something. But I don't know if I could ever like train myself. I could, but I don't know if I'd want to. No, I would. I'm lying. I know I would. I'd challenge myself to learn how to, but I don't even know how to cut with left hand. I don't know. I'm not gonna try. It's gonna look bad. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I totally thought of it. I never thought about that. But because I'm doing front facing camera so I could see you guys, everything's reversed. So when you're reading this, it's reversed. Ari, what did you do for dinner? I know you're on the East Coast, so you should be, what is it, 7? Oh, well, actually 7:47. I don't know how late you guys eat dinner. Oh my gosh, that is so funny, you guys. I didn't even think about that because I know that when somebody's doing the live, you're doing, or whenever you're doing front facing, you are doing reverse, like the front facing camera, which everything is reversed, which is so weird. So that is so funny you guys thought that. Okay, I have a little bit more to go. Then we'll cut our mushrooms. Oh, that was a thick piece, but that's okay. And I'm gonna be cooking my meat like pretty fast, like on high heat. Homemade pizza, roasted salmon with shallots, Sicilian cauliflower. Oh, that sounds amazing. Look at that marbling. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful piece. And this whole big piece was like 16 bucks for the meat. So it's super affordable to do instead of doing steak, which I mean, you totally can if you want to spend the money, but if you're trying to be conscious of not spending a lot of money on your food, get like a good piece of chuck roast and freeze it and then slice it really thin. Oh my gosh, here, hold on, I'm gonna do the pin thing. I always forget to do that. It's just gonna be a beef and veggie stir fry with cauliflower rice. Mashed potatoes with creamy sauce, broccoli. Ooh, yummy. Okay, so beef, broccoli. Okay, I'm just gonna do beef and veggie stir fry with cauliflower rice. I'm doing like oh, come on. Oh my gosh. How? I just put in women in jazz. Pin comment. There you go. I put women in jazz and then just whatever came up on Spotify. It's a good one. There's like French, there's bossa nova, I think, there's jazz. So female artist, female empowering females kind of thing. How's everybody's night going, day, wherever you guys are at? I know there's probably people going to be watching this later. What do you guys think of the idea? I know you have brought it up before. Most stores have it in a freezer. Hi guys. Let's see, Ari, what were you talking about? Oh, can you find cauliflower rice in any grocery store? Yes, so okay, I personally don't like it frozen. I like it more fresh. And I was gonna make my own, and I looked at the price. It was like 3.5 pounds of cauliflower, $1.59. This was $4 and it was already done for me. And there's one less thing I have to clean. Trader Joe's has some. You can get it at Costco, I mean, but it's like ginormous size. So this was $3.99. I feel like it was a little more than I would want to spend for it, but it was convenience and I wanted to be like a quick meal that I didn't have to think about it. But yeah, I don't know why. I'm not like a frozen food person. I swear I have like meat in my freezer. Hey girl. Yeah, I mean, I think pretty much every store now has it because it's such a like big thing. Okay, so all of our meat, which was like what, like 2.5 pounds, is thinly sliced. I'm actually gonna put this in a bowl and I'm gonna marinate it a little bit in tune, which is a garlic sauce that my friend Cosette has a recipe for on her blog. And I've made with you guys before. So I'm just going to add this in. I'm gonna add some thyme, I'm gonna add some garlic salt. I'm gonna set this aside. Wash my knife. Hey Christiane, nice to see you on here. Okay, so let me grab some thyme really quick, and I'm gonna marinate my beef, which I just sliced up the beef chuck roast, and then I have some thyme. I made this on live last week. It's a delicious, I mean, can't live without garlic sauce that my friend Cosette makes on her, she has the recipe on her blog. So I'm just gonna grab a little spoon. And then today I picked up some garlic sauce at Jacobson Salt. So, aw, thanks Andrew. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be a garlic kind of night, you know? And I gotta go to this like church event with all women. So I hope they forgive me because I'm gonna have garlic breath. So let's see, about, I don't know, that much salt. And then I'm gonna do 2 like big heaping, girl, let me show you if I had black garlic salt. So I think I have like 6 black garlic salts because I just ran out. And you know, I can't live without it. Other favorite, let's see, is their smoked cherrywood smoked salt is my other favorite. This chocolate one is amazing on like desserts and ice cream. Let's see. Ooh, whoops. And then just got a new batch of their Pinot Noir salt. I want to make like an olive oil cake with some like brown butter, ice cream, and then maybe chocolate, and then put some of that on top. I don't know, maybe something along those lines. But let's marinate the meat really quick. Black garlic is like, okay, how do I say it? Okay, so black garlic is, I'm just gonna do this as I'm talking because I don't have a lot of time to cook the dinner. Black garlic is a lot more fragrant. It's just a different flavor. Okay, I'm just gonna ditch the spoon, and I feel like I need a little bit more. I'm just gonna get there with my hands. Black garlic is, oh, nice to see you, Ari. Thank you for hanging out. Oh my gosh, Shay literally eats the tune with a spoon. That's how much he loves it. That sucks that he doesn't love garlic. So, okay, I'll talk about the smoked salt. So the black garlic salt, black garlic is, I think they like cook it in a slow cooker kind of situation for maybe 2 days, something like that. It's literally, they just take regular garlic, they put it in a crock pot. Well, they probably do it not in a crock pot, but some sort of slow cooker. And then they cook it until it becomes black, and it is a very fragrant, it's very different than just like a regular garlic salt. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Okay, this is what my mom does when she wants to taste meat. She puts on her tongue, and then you can kind of see if this is salty enough. So this is good enough for me. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. You can buy it online since you don't live in Portland. I can do a link to the black garlic salt after my live goes away. Well, after we're done with live. Okay, we're gonna let that marinate for a little bit. All right, what do I use this smoked salt for? I have a recipe on my blog for a smoked, I know people have told me I touch my hair and all that stuff, but I'm like, I'm feeding my family. I don't do that when I'm cooking for events, just FYI. To me, kind of has a little funk to it, umami. Yeah, kind of umami-ish, I guess. Oh, no, I'm not gonna say that. You guys are making me say something I'm not gonna say. Okay, and then I know I've shown this trick before. Oh, okay, smoked salt. Sorry, gotta get back to that. Candace asked that. So I love adding it on steak and then smoking on my Traeger. I add it on my salmon. I will put it on my potatoes when I'm like pan frying them. Just anything you want like a nice smoky flavor to it. Yeah, I'm not gonna lick my meat. What? Did I say that out loud? Okay. Cheers, guys. Cleaning mushrooms. Never, ever, ever, please, never wash your mushrooms. Wipe them only. Wipe them only. So, paper towel, dry. I know some people do wet. My mama taught me dry, so I'm gonna do it dry. Like wipe your mushrooms, do not wash your mushrooms. And I'm just gonna save the stems because I'm not gonna use them, and I'll put them in a Ziploc, put it in my freezer. And when I need it for stock or something, I'll add that in. So I'm just gonna clean. Let's do one part. I'm gonna pop all the stems off and I'm gonna clean them all. And then we're gonna cut them all. So mushrooms are very porous and they will absorb the water, and then you'll have watery, like nasty mushrooms. So I do not ever wash my mushrooms. And I think I've heard that from not just my mom, but like Julia Childs and stuff. So I will listen to Julia Childs and my mother. And then never like crowd your pan when you're washing, and then never crowd your pan when you're cooking mushrooms. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, and so how I cook mine, higher heat, like once I cut them up to what I want it to be, you add salt, and they will release their own juices and will have like their own flavors happening. So yeah, never wash your mushrooms. because you'll get that like boiled looking mushroom, which you don't want for sure. You want like nice like sauteed mushrooms. I mean, at least I do, but you do you, boo. You do you. Okay, I'm gonna put this back in here for now. Okay. Try to clean like as I go. The garlic sauce, you use it for like everything pretty much. If you have not made toom before, I'll do a swipe up to the recipe after this if you haven't tried it. But it is, if you haven't tried it, I mean, I highly recommend. You know, I don't know, I just don't like the legs. Like I'll use it if I'm like chopping it super fine, but because I'm gonna be chopping these mushrooms a little bit larger into quarters, I don't know. I use them for like soup or broth or whatever more than sauteing the legs, that is. Okay, back to toom. Yes, toom, I've marinated chicken with it. You can marinate shrimp in it. You can make vinaigrette with it. You can make, put it on toast and then put avocado on it. It's anything that you like garlic on, which we love garlic on pretty much everything. That's why I add it to pretty much everything. So if you're gonna be roasting some potatoes or veggies or something, mix that up with some toom because it has oil in it and a little bit of salt, a little bit of lemon juice and water, garlic. That's all the ingredients. It's super easy to make, best made in a food processor. Some people have had success in Vitamix, but other people tried it in like other things and they have not turned out, which if you make it in something that's not a Vitamix or a food processor, which I would say food processor is your best. Yes, hashtag toom is life. Toom is life. For sure. Cosette turned me onto it a couple months ago and I have never looked back. So yeah, if you love garlic, you need to try toom. The first time I made it, it lasted not even 2 weeks and I made 6 cups. So that's how much we love garlic. Shay will literally just like put it on toast and put avocado and an egg and oh my gosh, it's so good. Okay, almost done with these mushrooms. Let me know what you guys are joining in from, what you did for dinner, what you're doing for dinner. If you are joining in later and you haven't told me, would love to hear it. And if you're cooking along, let me know. I would love to support you guys as you're cooking along. I think next week we're gonna try like a for real cook along. So whoever wants to cook along with me during live, I think it'd be really fun and you can ask questions about things and make the dish with me. Okay, I'll wash my hands. Ooh, halibut, yum. Okay, my phone is telling me the battery's gonna die very soon, so I might move to the other area. You're cooking along, aww. Well, you're making your own thing. I love it. Yogurt marinated chicken skewers and roasted butternut squash and kale. Yum. Did you guys see my kale salad that's on the blog with the shallot vinaigrette? It is, like, I'm not tooting my own horn, but it was so good. That vinaigrette is probably life. I've been putting it on everything. Okay, so I'm quartering, meaning cutting in my mushrooms in half and then in half in quarters. You're cooking along like the same thing, Anita? So we're gonna cut the mushrooms in quarters. And then I added some carrots that I will cook. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I was at the grocery store telling the cashier to hurry up. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about that. Yeah, so the one thing that I added on was carrots because I had some at home and they need to be used up. So I'm gonna stir fry those up too. And the great thing is, like, with the stir fry, like, use what you have. If you have bell peppers, cool, like, add in bell peppers. If you have broccolini, add broccolini. Like, whichever veggie you like or your family likes, like, do it. Marinated chicken and thyme, yes. The marinated chicken and thyme is, oh, it's so good. And you're smoking it. I love it, and I love you even more. I'm gonna be doing lots of cooking this week. I have a catering gig. I'm cooking for 150 people at a wine country by myself. Don't know how I'm gonna do that, but it's happening. I did beef chuck, which was really inexpensive. It's like beef chuck roast. And then I froze it at least a little bit for a couple hours. If you can't, you know what you can do, like if you are, Tanya, I don't have the recipe anywhere yet. I have not posted a lamb chops recipe yet, but it's something I'm gonna be doing for sure. Yeah, I don't even know. Okay, so beef. If you don't have time to slice it, or you're like, I can't slice meat that thin, ask your butcher at the grocery store and say, hey, I would like this meat sliced on like as thin as possible. Because the thinner it is, like the quicker it will cook. So, yeah, and 150 people. I mean, I'm doing a huge charcuterie board, and then I'm curing, which I need to do that tomorrow. I'm curing some salmons with beets and dill and garlic and lemon zest and all the things. And I'm cooking, I don't even know how many ribeyes. I think it actually might be 170 people I'm cooking for. I don't know. But I'm doing like small bite-sized things, so it's not like I'm cooking, which actually is a lot more work to me. Okay, I have to move to the other side. I'm gonna start cooking the mushrooms. Plug in my phone. Well, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna move this over. I'm just gonna put my cutting board. Okay, the awesome thing about these cutting boards from IKEA is they go anywhere because they have this like little ledge, and they're 15 bucks. I have a lot of people always asking me how I clean them. I just put them, I just wash them with a little bit of soap and hot water. And then if like I cut up garlic or onions or something, and you're like, oh, that's gross, just use like a half a lemon and use that to clean it, and then soap and water, and it'll clean it. I've had one of these cutting boards for 4 years, and I've had no issues with it smelling like things. So I'm just gonna continue. I'm gonna cut up I want to be able to have everything ready. So I'm just gonna cut up my broccoli, and I'm just gonna cut off like the big stem. And then anything that's a little bit bigger, I'm gonna cut into halves. So I'm just gonna try to like break this apart. Anything that's smaller, I'm gonna leave it whole because I still want it to have a little bite when I cook these. And then the rest, kind of leave it whole florets like this. So let's see if this is gonna be, hold on, I'm moving you guys a little bit closer. So, what's better? Light on, I think. All right. And I'm gonna cook I might cook the broccoli first. And I'm gonna cook it on like high heat with a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of the garlic salt. And then I'm going to add a little bit of water to kind of steam it like slightly. And that's gonna take just a few minutes. Okay, I'm just cutting off any of the larger florets in half. Let's see, this one needs to be cut. So anything that's like this big, you want to cut it in half. I don't want it to be like such a huge bite in your mouth. So again, like when you have something like this, my kitties, bye. Thank you, Christiane. Okay, so for something like this, I'm gonna take the big head and I'm gonna just cut along. See how that just like cut off quite a bit? And then I'll reserve this stuff for stock as well. So I do not throw that away, just FYI. So here's a big piece. I'm gonna cut this in half. There's a big piece, cut this in half. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, so let's want to get cooking faster to better here. And sometimes I'm like thinking, maybe I should prep a lot of this stuff in advance, and I kind of don't want to because I want to be able to show you guys any techniques or like tips and tricks that I'm doing as you are learning. And then after a while, I feel like you just kind of pick up and know things as you're cooking, so that way you get more comfortable in the kitchen with using your own creativity. That's kind of my like rule in learning, you know, something new that you're not comfortable with is you got to practice. You got to just take yourself like the fear out of cooking, because it's, I mean, for me it's enjoyable, not for everybody. Hey girl, hi. Okay, so I'm gonna move my board over and I'm actually going to just start cooking. So I have my mushrooms, my broccoli, I have my carrots that I already had in the fridge. No, I did not go to culinary school, and I'm actually okay with that. Okay, I'm gonna use my bigger brazier. These things, like this is my smaller brazier. It's pink, I love it. This is my bigger one. It's amazing. Yeah, those boards, they're 15 bucks. Like, they're amazing. You need to buy them. The amazing thing is, here, I'll show you guys. So see, like I can move these around anywhere, anywhere you need space. So like, let's say you don't have a lot of space in your kitchen and you want to put that where your sink is. If you have that option, you can have that, you know, space to cook things. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna cook is, let's do the broccoli first. And I'm only gonna cook that for a few minutes. I have my pan heating up on high, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some olive oil once it heats up, and then I'm gonna add in my broccoli, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of this garlic. So I'm using the Jacobsen salt black garlic, or no, not black garlic, I'm just using the garlic salt, and then I'm just using some olive oil. I'll do a link to the pans after this, so you guys can check it out. And then I think the last thing I'll be cooking in a separate pan is the cauliflower pearls or cauliflower rice. You can make this from scratch, or you can buy this yourself at the grocery store, because sometimes you just kind of want something easy. Bye, girl. I always forget about these, but yes, I'll do that. I'll do the pans and these. These are awesome. I love these. Yes, definitely wine makes everything better. I'm having a delicious rosé by my friends at Suzor. And actually, I literally just bought their last 6 bottles. They won't have any until next spring or summer-ish. Seriously, probably my most favorite rosé ever to date, and it's affordable. So, okay, I feel like this is hot enough. I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons of olive oil. I'm gonna add in my broccoli that I just cut up. And the thing is, to save time, you can totally buy broccoli florets if you want to do that and not have to spend time you know, deflowering your broccoli. Okay, that does not sound good. Shouldn't have said that. I'm adding some, you know, I've become like a fruity but dry wine drinker. I used to be a lot more, when I started drinking wine, definitely like sweet wine. Now it's, let's see what it says. Oh, it doesn't actually say. But it's like a French style rosé. It's so good. It's literally my favorite. It's not like super dry. It's like medium dry, and has like enough kick to it. No, what am I saying? Not kick. This is not vodka or anything. Hold on. I'm gonna add some water really quick. I'm gonna do about, I don't know, half a glass maybe. I just kind of want to steam this broccoli a little bit. So, a little bit of, спасибо большое. Yeah, so this wine, I mean, yes, okay, I used to drink sweet wine and like it was going out of style. Now, I feel like I need to taste the flavor, like definitely fruity, like berry, cherry kind of profiles, strawberries, like my strawberry, like, and it doesn't mean it tastes like strawberries. It has strawberry notes, which is like the flavors that comes out of the wine. So, Suzor is amazing. I am gonna be working on probably next week because I've had a lot of you guys ask, what's my favorite rosé? I'm gonna do a lineup of my favorite rosés. And maybe I'll include some white and reds too. But I just want to do like my favorite wines that I buy all the time and I have all the time on my blog post. So I'm excited to share that with you guys. But let's check on the broccoli. I literally only want this to steam for a few minutes. And covering it like that helps to steam it. So what I'm going to do now is, remember the toom? It's the garlic sauce. I'm literally just gonna add some toom to this because it'll add some flavor. I'm gonna turn up the heat. I want it to like caramelize these just a little bit. Next thing I want to cook are the carrots because, you know, I have carrots. I'm not a big carrot person, so I had some carrots from an event left over and just needing to use it up. So this is gonna be garlic heavy kind of meal and I'm okay with that. So just sauteing this on high heat. Okay. Let me grab a bowl for this. You guys, do you think I love pink like this much? Yes, you will definitely love, I mean, if you like not like super sweet wines, you will love the wines that I drink. Okay, so that's it. I mean, that was like maybe 5 minutes. Let me get a spoon and add it in here. So I just added a little bit of toom, a little bit of water, and garlic salt. I don't want to overcook this because then it's going to go back in with all the veggies. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. This is going to be like, oh my gosh, oh man. Like you can serve this as is and not add any other veggies. And like toom, garlic toom, steamed broccoli is like bomb.com. Let's do the same thing with the carrots. And I just had some carrots laying around from an event. I'm gonna add some olive oil, So I want it to caramelize. Let's add some of the garlic salt from Jacobsen Salt. Let's add that much, looks good. And we're just gonna quickly like saute these. Because I mean personally, I don't like my vegetables to be very soggy. Okay, but I will add a little bit of water because I want to steam these so they cook faster, and I'll clean my pan at the same time. And one thing I'm going to add is a little bit of soy sauce to this one. So I'm going to do garlic towards the end and just like a sprinkle of soy sauce. Hi. I missed some. Okay, if you guys are just joining in, let me know where you guys are joining in from. Always love hearing that. And these are like rainbow. Oh man. Oh. Ah. Hold on 1 second, guys. 1 second. That was adventurous. My smoke alarm went off. Oh my gosh. I should have turned on my fan. We have a new, okay. We have a new smoke alarm system that's like part of Nest. And it speaks apparently. Hello. Not burning down my house, I promise. Whew, I just had to wave a big towel over that. Oh my gosh. That was crazy. Wow. I'm gonna add some wine, because why not? Deglazing this pan. Maddie, come here. Maddie. Come here, baby. Hi. Did you get scared? Was that exciting? All right. Oh my gosh. Seriously. No, it's not an emergency. I just turned off the fan. This is a fun live, guys. Entertainment. Nikita! This is fun. Hold on, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I even opened the doors. Oh, crap. Okay. I'll be right back. This is the most adventurous live I've done. Emergency. Oh my gosh. Whew. That was entertaining. I'm gonna keep that on because I'm not setting that smoke alarm off. Shay just installed that. That was interesting. Best. I'm setting my house on fire. All right, let's cook these mushrooms and not hopefully set up the alarm anymore. All right, mushrooms with some garlic salt because that's gonna help to release. How do I get pot so clean? Okay, best thing ever. Barkeeper's Friend is the best for, I keep my pots clean this way. So I clean inside and outside after every single meal. I mean, I am cooking things on high heat. Whew, oh my gosh. I'm hot. Hi. You just missed a fun part. I did not set my house on fire. I promise you guys. Just to. Oh, awesome. I'm so excited. So excited, Julie. Aw, thanks guys. Thanks for your love. Okay, so what I'm actually gonna do is, because this is like nice and hot and steamy and fun, mushrooms love butter. So we're gonna add some butter. I just added some salt and I'm gonna add like a couple tablespoons of butter to like, because right now my pan is so dry from all that, you know, I'm burning my house down. Okay, maybe I'll add a little more butter because I want these mushrooms to be nice and caramelized. It's going to take all of the flavors from the veggies that we already cooked and add this into the mushrooms. And then right at the end, I'll add the thyme. And yeah, I mean, my pan is like nice and dark, which is fine. I'll, you know, do its thing. Whew. I'm hot. So I'm just moving these around just for a second, and now I'm gonna leave them alone. Oh my gosh, I'm so hot. Whew. That was, am I tired? Yeah, just a little bit. I need more wine now. Whew. Oh my gosh, no. See, okay. 1 second. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm not burning down my house, I promise. I'm not forgetting any mushrooms. Woo. I'm gonna turn down the heat from now on. That was what, 3 times? Where, can you go find Maddie because I have to, oh my gosh. Here. Okay, can you take that and stop? It's not that bad. Take that right there, and go like this. Yep. Oh, this, yeah, will probably go off too. I should have just put on my fan when I was cooking. My fault. I'm literally sweating. This is probably the most exciting live I've done, huh? Yep. Thank you, Nikita. Can you take Maddie with you downstairs? Oh my gosh. Just do it a little bit longer. I've made Nikita do it. Whew. No, okay. Oh my gosh, so we just got the new smoke alarm system by Nest, and Shay installed it, I've never had a smoke alarm. Oh, I opened all my windows. Oh, I should open this window. Hold on. There is no breeze outside, so it doesn't matter if I open the windows, it's not gonna have a breeze. Okay. Whew. Next is the mushrooms, hopefully. Whew. Yeah, alarm works, for sure, you know? That was the first time it's screaming at me. Crazy alarm. Well, hey, you know what? It's better than being dead, I guess. Apparently. All right. Whew. Oh my gosh. So I have the multicolored carrots. I have the steamed broccoli. The mushrooms are pretty much done. I'm gonna add a little bit of thyme because, you know, thyme is life. And we want garlic and all the flavors in here. I feel like I should go cook my my steak on the grill, but I don't have time to do that. So we'll just make this pan nice and dirty. And then I'll cook my, oh my gosh, it smells so good. Just gonna add this in, the garlic mushrooms and the pot, or the bowl, I guess. That's probably the most exciting live I've done, guys. Of me running around with my head cut off while the alarm went off. I am sweating like a crazy person. Was not expecting that. Next thing I'm gonna cook is the meat. So let's see how often I will set up the alarm. No, we do not need no sexy fire, people, because we forgot our alarm code once, and the cops came out, and then we got charged for it. So no, we do not need that. All right, actually gonna turn up the heat a little bit. I'm gonna cook the meat in batches. Oh my gosh, seriously guys, this smells so good. I'm so glad I put the thyme on top of the meat. I'm gonna, ooh. If you're cooking along and you set up your alarm, let me know. All right, we'll probably do this in a couple of batches for sure. And the thing is, with the meat, you do not want to touch it. Instagram's gonna kick me off in a minute and 20 seconds. So, I will do another live after this. Hi guys. Wow, that was exciting. I'm gonna show you quickly what we made. Oh, gosh, it's an exciting one today. So I'm cooking the meat. I got the beef going. We have some mushrooms, some broccoli and carrots. They're in here. I have been marinating the meat with thyme, which is a garlic sauce. And now we're searing the meat, which is going to be a few minutes aside. This is really thin meat that I cut up myself. So definitely come back for the second live if you want to see me finish cooking this. And hopefully no more smoke alarms. I really hope not, because I'll need to drink more wine. You know, that was entertainment. We got, oh my, and what is happening with my hair? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. So I'll see you in a minute. I'll go on live 2.0. Hopefully you were entertained. All right. You can rewatch this. I'll save it on my feed.